Minum dulu.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. So I am Nanda Sari and my friend
Adinda Audikotrunada.
So we would like to explain about speech production in psycholinguistics. Before that, we would like to say thank you to our lecturer, Ms. Irmala Sukendra, who has taught us the psycholinguistic subjects. So let's get started to know about psycholinguistics, which is exactly the speech production.
Okay, so our title of article is Intentional Training with Speech Production Support Children Learning the Meanings of Foreign Words, a comparison of 4 learning tasks by Katja, Junttila, and Sari Ylinen for 2020.
Okay, so this is the relation between the article and psycholinguistic. So we have to know first what is the meaning of speech production. In psycholinguistics, speech production is a process that begins when the talker formulates the message in his or her mind, and this corresponds to the sounds that comprise the words, as well as prosody syntax, markers denoting sound duration and loudness. And then there are 4 stages in speech production. So after we read the article, we summarize the stage based on the article. So in psycholinguistics, there are 4 stages of speech production. First, conceptualization, because this article is taught about intentional tasks with production. So the conceptualization is after students learn the foreign words, so they create the illustration of the word by looking at the picture, and then the words that together make a speech. So the first time they create the illustration first in their mind. And the second one, the formulation, is the teachers will tell the words out loud, and students will hear the words for the first time as part of the lesson. So this is the formulation. So in this time, the student formulate what they hear from the teacher. And the third one, articulation. In this articulation, so the student imitate, execute the required movements, and produce their desired sound from what teacher tells to the student. And the last one, self-monitoring. This is the last part of stage in speech production, because it referred to monitoring speech. So they correct if there were mistakes in their speech. So in this time, in this stage, self-monitoring is needed. Okay, so we go to the comparison of 4 learning tasks. There are 4 learning tasks in this article. First, intentional task with production. It explains that this one, the intentional task with production, it means the children hear the word and then they imitate it, and after that they try to remember it. And after hearing that, they try to remember it, to memorize the word. Yeah, but before that, they have to know the meaning first, because the students, the participants, are from Finlandia, Finnish student, so they have to know the meaning of the word in Finnish, and then they try to remember them in English after seeing the picture and hearing the picture from the teacher. And the second one are 2 intentional tasks without production. In this task, so they do remembering and memorizing, but they don't make a speech production like imitating. They only see and know that one, the meaning, without imitating. And the third one, in incidental tasks, so the teacher will show the pictures of foreign words. Yeah, so this is because it's about foreign words, learning foreign words, which is English vocabulary. So the teacher will show the pictures of them, and then the teacher will give like quiz to the student without intentional tasks, and then the children will say what is that, will answer what is that, so without intentional tasks. And then the last one, cross-situational statistical. In cross-situational statistical, so the children will guess, will hear two pictures, yeah, like for example, animal vocabulary, two pictures, and then the student will guess which one is correct by hearing it. Okay, for further information, I would show you the picture. So the first one. So for example, this one, there's one picture. So we use this, for example, the children learn about animal vocabulary, okay? Like wolf, cheetah, and then tiger, kind of like that. So in intentional task with production, so the children first will hear and they will know the meaning in Finnish. And after that, they try to remember in their mind, yeah. So after that, yeah, they speak it aloud. So they do production in that intentional task. But in intentional task without production, they only see and hear the picture without any production, without any imitating. They only need to try to remember that without doing production, speech production. And for incidental tasks, yeah, so the children will, the teacher will show them some pictures, and the children will be instructed, yeah, by the teacher. So like, what picture is it? But you have to know in Finnish first, and they don't need to know in English. If they don't know in English, so the teacher will tell them, yeah. So this is incidental task. So for the last one, cross-situational statistical. So in this aim of learning tasks, so this task will show, for example, two pictures, two vocabulary, and the student will hear the sound from the audio that the teacher play, yeah, for example, in computer, and then the student will hear, so which one is correct, and the student gets it, yeah. So this is the cross-situational statistical. And after the writers did research, yeah, so the writer got the result.
Okay, so the result is the percentage of learning words for the intentional task with production is 64.8%, was higher than that of the incidental task, 42.8%. The children learn the meanings of the words more effectively during the intentional task with production than in the incidental task.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you think you can apply in your future teaching based on the article? So we have the answer about this. Our future teaching method when we are trying to teaching our students in the future, we will using attractive and structured teaching, such as using vocabulary from animals and using songs. Like Ananda Permatasari mentioned that we will using a songs or song from the animals, and our children trying to imagine and remember from the sound of the animal. Okay, so next slide. Okay, dialogue rules from reference. First is hearing, production, conceptualization in brain. So the first hearing. So students try to hearing the sounds from animal. And from the hearing, the students know how the animal makes sound. Example like the lion, how the lion makes sound. And when students try to hear the sound of lion, and students will imagine how is lion and how is the lion products the sound. Okay, and second is imitating or repeat. Okay, so after students hearing the sound of animal, students try to production or articulation, how to produce the language. Okay, so the example is when I say to my student is lion, and after my students hearing the pronunciation of lion, they try to mention how is say lion. Okay, so I will give a chance for my students, like three chance for they try to say the name of animal, like how to say elephant, how to say cat, and how to say lion. Okay, and next is remembering. Okay, so after the students, I'm repeating the sound of animal. Our students try to remembering how to say the name of animal. So after the students say about the name of animal like lion, elephant, so they try to remembering how to say that name of animal. Lion, they try to remembering in their brain about how to say that name of animal. And the last is exercise. Cross situational statistical test without production. Okay, so next slide, Miss Nanda.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so before that, I want to conclude, let's make a conclusion. So based on the article that we found in the internet by Katja, so we can see that speech production, yeah, can help students to learn meaning of foreign word, exactly English words or vocabulary. Yeah, so we can use intentional tasks with production because they're gonna produce language by imitating and hearing, and they try to produce the language by that. Okay, so that's the conclusion of the relation between article and psycholinguistics. For the teaching method, we can use it like as Audi explained before. Yeah, we can use some methods to teach students using that one intentional task with production. Yeah, there are four steps. Like the first time hearing, right, Audi? Hearing and then
Yeah,
imitating, right?
imitating and then
Imitating,
remembering.
remembering, and the last one to review the task, so we can use exercise. Okay, I think that's enough from us. Thank you, everyone. So this is our last presentation. I hope we can meet again in the next meeting. Okay, Audi?
Okay, so thank you guys for watching our video about a little bit the material. So do you have any question? Maybe you can contact one of us. I put our email dindaaudi25@gmail.com and nandapermata25@gmail.com. So
Yeah.
you can contact one of us if you have any question.
Okay, or you can comment
So,
in the comment section below in this video. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So thank you, everyone. Ya, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
See you next time,
See
guys.
you.